Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new here. Happy 2024 and Happy New Year to everybody who's watching. Thank you so much for clicking on this video today. It's a new month, the first month in the new year, and that means it's time for my rolling project pan update. Because this is a rolling style project pan, I don't have like a big refresh for you for January of this year, but I do have a lot of things rolling out, a lot of things from last year that I had a year-long goal on, and I am excited to work on new things for 2024. If you're new here and you're just discovering me, please consider subscribing to my channel if you enjoy panning content. I hope to produce a lot more content for YouTube in the coming year, so I hope that you could be around for that. And if you've been following my channel for a while, thank you so much. My deepest gratitude goes out to you, and I so appreciate you being part of my YouTube community. So I'm going to jump right on into this video because I have a lot of updates and introductions to film for other panning projects as what comes with the new year. But I will say that I'm sorry for my brief absence here on YouTube. The end of 2023, December, was quite a challenging month for me, and coming into 2024, I'm feeling reinvigorated and ready to hit the ground running. Today's January 2nd. I had my day off. I just needed some time to rest and recharge. And I also was nursing an injury. You can kind of see my finger. This is the burn that has healed. It's still healing, but so if you see this kind of gnarly looking finger in the video, that is what happened. I kind of gave a brief little story time about it in my previous video, but I don't want to dwell on it because my body is healing and I'm ready to move on and just get right back into the swing of things. So I'm going to go through all of the products that have been in this project. I'll start with the ones that have been in the longest and then of course, go through to the newest ones. And I have a lot of items rolling in this update, so it's going to be a little bit of a long one, so buckle in and enjoy. Starting with the item that has been in since January of last year, this is my Tarteist Pro Glow palette, and I've been working on the bronzer type contour powder in here called Sculpt, and my goal was to use it up entirely during the course of this year. So here's what Sculpt looked like when I first brought it in last January. It was weighing 260.61 grams, and that is the weight of the entire palette together. I'll probably cut out a few of the progress videos for this item because there are so many, but it did take me quite a bit of time to hit pan on this, I think about 5 or 6 months, and then from there it's been really fun to watch this pan expand little bit by bit each and every month. As of last month, the pan was getting to be quite large. Here's what it was looking like last month. It was weighing 256.08 grams. My goal for the last month was to hit at least the other side pan on this powder. I reached for it 22 times in the past month, making for 230 uses total. And here's what the product is looking like today. And the pan is quite a bit bigger, but I did not hit my goal of reaching that other side pan on the other side, but I got very, very close to it. I definitely was concentrating my brush up there to try and reach that goal. And we can easily tell that I did not hit my goal of using up the entirety of this product during the course of the year, but I definitely did my darndest. 280 uses is nothing to be upset about. And I'm definitely going to roll this into the new year, keep it in this project, and I think I should be able to finish this one up pretty quickly. I'm going to go ahead and repress this powder into a nice flat shape so it's a little bit easier for me to use. So I'll go ahead and insert the footage of what it's looking like after I repress it right here, and then we'll continue to track it as we go throughout this year. I think I should be able to hit pan on it pretty quickly, and I'm hoping that I should be able to use up the remainder of this product in the next couple months. There isn't a ton of product in there, so I think it should go pretty fast. But I'm excited that it is getting very, very close, and even though I didn't do it in the course of the year, I got a lot of progress on it, and it should be done pretty quickly. And by the way, I used 0.4 grams of this product in those 22 uses, which is a pretty good chunk in my opinion. This next item has also been with me for the course of the entire year of 2023, and that was my e.l.f. blush palette. This is a very beautiful and affordable blush quad, and my goal for this one was to hit pan on all 4 of the blush shades in this palette during the course of the year. So here's what the palette was looking like when I first brought it into the project last January. It was weighing 92.1 grams. I'll show you most of the progress videos for this one, but I have been slowly hitting pan by pan on this blush palette. I hit pan on the terracotta shade first, I believe, and then in that light pink in the upper right corner. I eventually hit pan on that lower left shade, that like corally pink sparkle shade. And then my last final blush that I was really focusing on was that bottom right, that really deep magenta shade, which I thought would be really difficult to wear, but I've actually found that I really love this shade, especially in the winter months. It gives such a beautiful, nice flush to the cheeks. So here's what the palette was looking like last month. As you can see, I had just that one last blush to hit pan on. My goal was to try and really focus in on that shade, hit pan on it, and I'm happy to say that here's what it's looking like today. And you'll see that I do have a new pan on that 4th shade, which means I hit pan on all 4 shades, and I'm very, very proud of my progress on this one. Not only have I hit pan on all 4 shades, but I also expanded this pan quite largely just by naturally using it. This one definitely lost a bit of product from breaking and crumbling, but still has a nice little size on there. And I used most of the product. I definitely tried to press it in if I could and save as much as I could that way. And then this one also had like little chunks falling out here and there. But overall, I'm very happy with my progress on this one. Really surprised that I was able to hit that goal. I was a little scared for a while that I wouldn't be able to get there, but I persevered and I used this shade as an eyeshadow a few times just to help me get there a little bit quicker. And I was able to do that pretty early in the month of December. So I've just been expanding it from there. And I love, love, love this blush palette. Even though it's old and the packaging is broken, I'm going to keep this thing around and just enjoy it and reach for it when I find I want to have shades like this, because all the shades in here are actually quite unique in my collection, save for this one. I probably have a lot of shades similar to this, but these other three are quite unique in my inventory, and I am happy to keep this palette around. I really, really do love it. Forgot to mention the weights on this one as well. So I think I did say that this was weighing 92.1 grams when I first brought it into the project. Last month it was weighing 88.81 grams, and then this month it's weighing 88.47 grams. So I used 0.34 grams in the month of December, and in total I've used this palette 308 times during the course of the year, and I used up 3.63 grams of product. Amazing. But I will never be panning a blush palette ever again. Maybe like a small little sample blush. Spoiler alert. But I'm really happy this one's going back into my drawer and I get to work on other blushes in my collection for 2024. Next, we have a hair product. This is from Bedhead. This is the product called Small Talk. It's a thickifier, energizer, stylizer type hair cream. And my goal for this was to use it up entirely. I brought this into the project in March and it was weighing 235.71 grams. So I'll insert the footage that I've been taking with this product over the past several months, or 9 months, I guess it's now been. And you can see the level of where the product is at by following my thumb as it moves down the bottle. And it's been quite slow and steady progress on this one, but I am quite satisfied with what I've been able to do with it in the course of the time it's been in this project. So here's what it was looking like last month. It was getting to be pretty darn low. It was weighing 97.5 grams. I reached for this 9 more times during the past month, making for 66 uses total. Today it weighs 71.4 grams, and I used 26.1 grams in the past month. And right about now, we are just about here on the bottle, very, very low in like that final ½ inch of the bottle. But yeah, we're like right about there, that final little ½ inch. So I didn't finish it up completely, but I'm so, so close. I think maybe 1 more month of use on this should get me there. So I thought about just decluttering this, calling it good, but I'm not a quitter. You guys all know that. So I'm going to push through and hopefully have this finished by next month. I'm ready to use different hair products, that is for sure, but I have found a lot of different varieties of ways to use this. Not only am I using it in my hair wet to emphasize like my curly texture, but I also like to just put it in my hair when it's dry, just to tame down any frizz and make my hair look a little bit more smooth and composed, which is hard to do with my hair sometimes. And I probably wouldn't go repurchase this product, but it's been great for me just to kind of learn how to use hair products like this because it's something that I've never really done before. And it's good for me to kind of like educate myself on how to style my hair as I'm becoming more and more of a mature adult woman, 37 years old, and just now figuring out my hairstyles. But hey, better late than never, right? So that was going to stay in, but I'm really happy with what I've been able to do with this. And I really hope I'm going to finish this or come very close to finishing it by the next month. Next item is an eyeshadow primer. This is from Milani. I brought this into the project in April of last year and it was weighing 9.66 grams. So here's what this product has been looking like over the course of this project. It has been such slow and steady progress on this one, and it's been a little bit frustrating. It's just like the product that never ends, which I think is typical for eyeshadow primers anytime you're trying to finish them in a panning project. Like if you're not just doing it naturally, it can feel like eons and eons of working on them. And that's how it felt for me. So here's what it was looking like last month. It was weighing 5.14 grams, and I was so, so close to having it empty. I used it 6 more times in the past month, and today it's weighing 4.62 grams. So I used 0.52 grams of product, and here's what it's looking like today. And as you can see, I even cut it open and scraped out what product I could. And this thing is now entirely empty and is gone from my collection, which feels great. And I'm just so satisfied we finally got there. I didn't quit, and I'm really happy I didn't. So I used it 183 uses total during the course of this project, and I used up 5.04 grams total. Yes, so happy to throw that one away. Another empty for you. This is the foundation that I have been panning. This is the Ordinary Coverage Foundation. And I brought this into the project in September of last year. It was weighing 42.15 grams. I reached for it 19 times in the past month, making for 99 uses total. Today it weighs 14.74 grams. I used the remaining 6.37 grams. And as I already mentioned, it is completely empty. I even opened it up and scraped out what product I could off of the pump and from the sides of the bottle. And I'm so happy this is empty, but I'm actually quite sad to see it go. This is such a beautiful foundation and it's discontinued. You cannot get it anymore, which is a total bummer because it was very, very affordable. I actually got this as a gift with purchase from The Ordinary, so I paid nothing for it, but I got a lot of value from it, especially because I paid $0. But this one is saying goodbye into the empties, and I'm hoping to find something that is similar to this foundation. I actually just tried a L'Oreal foundation that had quite similar coverage and was really, really skin-like as well. So I love this one. Sorry to tease you about it, but if you have it in your drawer and you're not using it, maybe reach for it because it deserves the love. And I'm sad that it doesn't really exist anymore, but I'm happy that it's empty. So hooray for me. Another empty for you is the lipstick that I have been panning. This is from Essence. This is their matte lipstick formula, and I have the shade 01 Natural Kiss. I brought this into my project in October of last year. It was weighing 15.27 grams. Here's what it was looking like then. And I've been making nice, steady progress on this lipstick during the past several months. So I've had pretty gradual jumps from month to month. Here's what it was looking like just last month. It was weighing 14.75 grams. I reached for it 10 times in the past month, making for 30 uses total. Today it weighs 14.47 grams. I've used 0.28 grams of product. And here's what it's looking like today. And as you can see, we are right there down by the component, and I'm calling this one empty. I probably could use it a couple more times if I really tried, but we are here in January 2nd, and we are ready for new and fresh things for the new year. So I'm gonna just call this one good, roll it out. In total, I used this lipstick 30 times. That's 30 days of wearing it, and I used 0.8 grams of product during those 30 uses. I do have a little drawing of what this product was looking like over the past several months. So here's how much product I had in October, and then here we are in November, December, and then I used up that remaining product in the month of December to now call this one empty for January of 2024. So that is great. One less lipstick for my inventory, and I'm very happy that I chipped away at that one before the year was up. And let's just keep the empties coming. I have a sample here from Glow Recipe. These are their niacinamide watermelon dewdrops or something like that. Yeah, watermelon glow, niacinamide dewdrops. This is a sample from Sephora. I believe it was one of their birthday gift options for 2023. And I just fell in love with this product while using it in this project. So I'm really glad I brought it in. I'm glad I got the use on it. And I'm glad I know about a beautiful new product that I can enjoy and purchase when I can afford to, or when it's on sale, or just kind of like something to pamper myself a little bit with, because this is like a more higher end product. I don't typically splurge on high end skincare or primers or whatever you want to classify this product as, but I'm glad to know when I really, really enjoy something and have an option to like spend a gift card on or pamper myself with when I do feel the need. So here's what this was looking like when I brought it into the project in November of last year. It was weighing 26.15 grams. As of last month, it was weighing 20.5 grams. It was looking like this and was getting to be quite low in the bottle. I used it an additional 11 times in the past month, making for 24 uses total. Today it weighs 15.3 grams, so I used the remaining 5.2 grams of product, and I used 10.85 grams of product total. And as you can see, it is as empty as I could get it. There definitely is like a little bit of product stuck on the sides that I couldn't get to, but I opened it up and scraped out what I could, and I enjoyed every little drop of it. And I did, in fact, treat myself to not only the full size, but the large size bottle of this to replace it when Sephora was having their 20% off sale, because it was just that much better of a deal. So I love this product. It gives a beautiful glow from within in your skin. It has this like pearlescent pigments that are in that niacinamide dewy mixture that just gives you that glow, and it's really, really a beautiful product under makeup or even by itself. So I'm really, really happy that I got to know this one. Next, I have another sample item. This is from NYX. This is their Plump Right Back primer, and I've already finished a full size of this primer, so I know that I love it and really enjoy it. And I brought this in at the same time as the Glow Recipe Dewdrops, which might have been a mistake because they kind of fill the same job for me of preparing my skin for makeup. So once I finished this one up, I ran right on over to this one, which means I didn't quite get the amount of use on it that I hoped I would. I hoped I would empty this up in the course of the month, but unfortunately that did not happen. When I brought it in, it was looking like this. It was weighing 11.46 grams. I reached for it 7 times in the past month. Today it weighs 9.05 grams, so I used 2.41 grams of product, and here's what it's looking like today. And even though I didn't use it up completely, I did get a good chunk used up, probably about half, and I know that without a problem, this will be empty by the next month. I don't know if I'll include this in my inventory for 2024 or not, since it's so close to being used up. I bet like within the next week or two, this one will be gone. And that'll just be one less primer that I'll have to include in my inventory, because I'm really trying to reduce my numbers from year to year. And even though that might be cheating like a little bit, you know, life is not black and white. There's a lot of gray areas. So I like to use those where I can. So that one is staying in, but it shouldn't be here for long. And I'm excited to have one more empty for you by the next update. I have a few items that I put in at the very end of last year in December, my last update, just to try and get a final push to use them up, like that NYX primer, but also this eyeliner from ULTA. This is their ULTA Gel Eyeliner pencil. And I just knew that it was so small that I could probably push myself to use as much as I could and just get rid of it by the end of the year. So here's what the eyeliner was looking like last month. It was weighing 2.62 grams. I reached for it 16 times in the past month. Today it weighs 2.07 grams, so I used 0.55 grams of product. And here's what it's looking like today. And it's getting to be very, very, very small. I can hardly sharpen this one at this point. So I'm gonna go ahead and call this one good. I'm just gonna roll it on out, not even worry about it for the next year, because I do have 2 new black eyeliners in my inventory that will serve the purpose just fine. And this one doesn't have to hang around. Again, I have this one drawn in my notebook. So here is what it was looking like as of December. And I used up that big chunk in the month. And here's where we are today. And I would not be surprised if there's just like a little bit more product left in there. But you know, once you get to the point where you can't sharpen these things, you can't really access that product anyways. So we're gonna call it good. We're gonna roll the one out, and I'm just so satisfied to have an eyeliner empty in this project. The next item is a liquid lipstick. This one's from Kokie. This is their lip powder in the shade Heartfelt, which is like a beautiful, like mauvey berry magenta type shade. And this is the shade that has special meaning to me because it is the shade that I wore on my wedding day. And this formula of liquid lip is beautiful. It wears beautifully on the lips. It does not feel sticky. It lasts beautifully. And it's just a gorgeous, gorgeous shade that I really, really enjoy wearing, especially in the winter time. So my goal for this was just to use it 6 times. I've been trying to cycle through my liquid lipstick collection using this project, just bringing them in each month and trying to get a usage goal on them and just kind of cycling through my entire collection that way. And I'm happy to say I did reach my 6 use goal on this liquid lipstick, and I really enjoyed wearing it. It was weighing 24.85 grams when I brought it in, and after those 6 uses, it's weighing 24.58 grams. So I used 0.27 grams just in those 6 uses. So loved it. This one's going back in the drawer, and it definitely still has a home with me. Another throw-in just to motivate me to finish something before the year is up was this body butter from Trader Joe's. This is their pumpkin body butter, and my goal was to use this up completely. It was very, very close to being used up, and I didn't love the scent on this one, so I just wanted it gone, and I'm not planning on repurchasing this at any point. It just smells too much like dessert, and I didn't love wearing it. It kind of had like a sticky feel on my skin as well. Last month it was weighing 162.94 grams. Here's what it was looking like. And I was able to use up that remaining product in just 4 uses. Today it's weighing 112.08 grams. I used 50.86 grams total, and it is empty today, as you can see. And I scraped out most of everything that I could. So I'm happy to say this will not be sitting around in my drawers or cupboards any longer, and I can make room for more body butter or body moisturizing type products that I enjoy a lot more. So those are all of my products from last year, and the only things rolling into the new year are that powder from the Tarteist Pro Glow palette, the hair product, and the NYX plumping primer, which all 3 should be finished without much difficulty in the early part of the new year, if not by next month. So that means I have a lot of new products I get to roll in, which I'm very excited about because there's a lot of things that I want to finish in 2024. So I might as well get started on them now, right? A lot of these items might sound familiar because I mentioned them in my 2024 plan to pan video, which I would link over here if you haven't seen it. And the first of one of those items is a foundation. This is from Clinique. This is their Even Better Clinical Foundation. And I have this shade here, 46 Golden Neutral. And I want to pan this because it's a beautiful foundation. It has wonderful coverage and it wears beautifully on the skin, but this shade is just not perfect for me. It's a little bit too orange, and if I don't force myself to use it, it's just going to go to waste in my drawer. So by bringing it into this project, it motivates me to find ways to use it, and I have found that mixing in a blue color corrector really does make this quite wearable, and you can't really tell that the color is not a perfect match once I color correct it using that product. If you're wondering, I have the dark blue color corrector from e.l.f. that really tones down the orange tone in this foundation. So my goal for this one is to use it up entirely, but I do not expect it to go quickly. This one I'm going to kind of take my time with and just know that I'm getting good use on it during the year and that it's not sitting around going to waste. So today it's weighing 138.6 grams. I would not be surprised if this foundation takes me 6 months or maybe even more to finish, but I'm fine with that. I'm just going to go slow and steady to win this race and enjoy using it. Hopefully, if it doesn't work out, then I will let you know in future videos, give you little updates, but my goal is to finish it, and I think I should be able to do that by color correcting it as needed. Next item is a loose powder. This is the Kokie Airspun powder, and this is the translucent shade. And this is the only loose powder I have in my collection, but the packaging on it is like splitting in half and spilling product everywhere. And I haven't even had this product for more than a year. So I'm really disappointed that the packaging is such crap. I mean, I guess what can you expect from cheap plastic packaging? But I'm now being forced to just use it up so it doesn't make a huge mess all over my drawer. So for the reason, I have been decanting the powder into this one from Tarte. So I have a lot of that powder in there now, and I'm just adding more into this container as needed as it gets low, and just trying to store this one sitting up so that it's not spilling everywhere in the meantime. So for my weight on this one, I've just been weighing these two components together. I couldn't think of a better way to do it, so that's what we're doing. As of today, these two together weigh 111.58 grams, and I think this one also is going to take me quite a bit of time to finish. I mean, how much loose powder are you typically using in a day? I'm not baking anymore, like, baking under the eyes. That method uses a lot more powder than what I typically do now, which is just a light dusting under the eyes and maybe on the other areas of my face if I'm feeling I want that extra coverage or extra setting powder for the day. But for now, I'm just using it sparingly, and this one should be fun to track. I'm not going to race through this one, just kind of track it along with you for the sake of this project. Okay, you might think I'm a glutton for punishment, but there is some reason here as well. So I am going to bring in a blush, but this time it's a sample blush. This is from The Balm. This is their Alternative Rock Volume 2 blush collection, and the shade is called Bare Minimum. So they call this a blush and an eyeshadow, so I guess I could use it as both. But because this is a small little sample, I think I should be able to go through this one maybe in 6 months, maybe longer, but it will give me some freedom to use other blushes in my collection and not feel too guilty about that. And I should be able to see some pretty quick progress on this one because it is so small. So I'm excited to reach for this one. I've already used quite a bit of this product. It was in my travel makeup bag for a long time, and you can tell from the size that I've already worn down a bit of that product. And I'm hopeful that it shouldn't take me too long and be too difficult to pan this blush. And it's a beautiful, very neutral, like peachy shade, which I love to wear on a daily basis. And I'm really excited to track a blush with all of you that's a little bit less intimidating and a little bit less of an investment. So yay! And it'll feel good to empty out a blush from my inventory because that almost never happens, and I just stinking love blush. So that is the blush that I'm panning. Another huge long haul item, which may seem a little, I don't know, unrealistic, is this eye polish. This is from Kaylin. It's like a pigment, and this is a beautiful, very shiny, very reflective eye polish, like a mineral eyeshadow. There it is in the swatch. You can see how shiny and reflective it is. And I plan to use this as my inner corner highlight most days and just see what I can do with it. If I bang down all the product, I can see that it rests just about here in the middle. So I've already used a good chunk of this product in the probably 5 or more years that I've had it. And I'm just going to see what I can do with it in the course of 2024. I don't expect to finish it up entirely, but wouldn't it be fun if I did? And otherwise, it'll just be good to know that I'm using this when I haven't in many previous years. So today it's weighing 16.6 grams, and we'll just kind of see what happens with this one. It's a little bit of an experiment for me. Next, I have a lip gloss. This one's from L'Oreal. It's their plumping lip gloss. I don't know the name of it, like their infallible line, I'm sure. And I don't have the shade either. No, I do. It's shade 610 Nude Twinkle. Beautiful lip gloss. I really enjoy wearing it, but this lip gloss just does not have a good smell or a good taste. It kind of has like a minty feeling on the lips because it is a plumping gloss, and it's not expired. I just bought this like 6 months ago, and the first day that I used it, it had the same smell and feel that it does today. It's just, I think, the way the product is made, and I don't hate using it, but it's just not my favorite. I know I have better glosses or other glosses that I would probably enjoy a little bit more, but I've already been like pre-panning this one, just using it as much as I can, having it in my purse and reapplying throughout the day as much as I think to. I've been letting this sit on my dresser and I can see that the product is just about there. So we are pretty close to having this one empty. And while this might just be like a little bit of a gimme product, it'll just give me that push to finish a lip gloss and kind of reduce my inventory, because I have been adding more lip glosses in the past year. So it's time to kind of like get this one out. Okay, I've definitely had this one more than 6 months though. It's probably more like a year, but it's not expired. Like it's not an expiration smell. It's just the smell of the product. And I just want to like clarify that for everybody who's like freaking out thinking that I'm using expired products. It hasn't changed since I bought it, and I'm going to use it even though I don't love the smell of it. It's not like a disgusting smell. It's just not a smell I prefer. Okay, so today this one is weighing 22.77 grams, and I hope that I can get through this one pretty quickly, maybe 2 months, maybe 3. This next item is from Fourth Ray Beauty, which I believe is the like skincare beauty line from ColourPop, and this is their lip scrub. It's the vanilla scented lip scrub, and I have had this for a while, but I just always forget to use it. So I thought the winter time, when like my lips are feeling a little more dry, would be the perfect time to bring in a lip scrub and just remind myself to go through this product. So here's what this lip scrub is looking like today. It does have a delicious vanilla scent. I really, really enjoy it. That's about how much product we have, and that product weighs 21.97 grams. So I think if I reach for this one consistently, I should be able to get through it in at least like 2 months. But if it takes me a little bit longer, that's fine. I'm just happy that I'm going to be getting some use on it and get it out of my collection. And of course, this project pan would not be my project pan if there was not another lipstick in this project. So this one is from KVD. This is their Studded Kiss Cream Lipstick, and this is the shade Cathedral. This is the shade that I'm wearing on my lips today. I'll get a little touch up on it. It's a beautiful nudie brown. I really, really love this shade. It's a perfect like everyday shade for me. I think it really complements my skin tone well and a lot of different makeup looks that I like to wear. And I'm excited to use this one. I couldn't think of where I got this product from. It just kind of like appeared in my collection. But then I remembered that this is the lipstick that my sister-in-law wore on her wedding day. And she does not wear lipstick. She does not wear makeup. So after her wedding day, she graciously gave all of her products she used to me, which this one was included in that. And it's a beautiful lipstick. It has such a lovely smell. It almost has like a vanilla smell to it. And I think I really will enjoy using this. You can see it's basically brand new. She probably wore it on her wedding day and never again. And I believe this is the first day that I'm like officially wearing it. And I'm excited to use this. I think it's such a beautiful product that it shouldn't just be sitting around getting wasted. And I'm trying to just like go through all the nudes in my collection before I am tempted to buy anything else, because I love lipstick so much, but I really want to use what I have before I allow myself to bring anything else into my collection. So that one will be very fun to track. It should take me a while. You know, again, we're starting basically from scratch here, but I'm going to really enjoy it. And I am okay with it taking a little bit longer than maybe some other lip products do. So that one should be really, really fun to pan. And if I didn't mention, this is the shade Cathedral. Did I mention that? I don't know. But today it's weighing 25.72 grams. And that is 10 items, but I decided to go ahead and reach for one more item. I mentioned in my plan to pan for 2024 video that I want to use up all of my beauty care and makeup samples that I have. So I thought I might as well just like bring in one sample at a time to just motivate myself to do that and not forget about them just because they're like not always in my direct eye line. So I went into my bag of samples and I reached for this one from Pixi. This is their Glow Mud Cleanser, and I've never used this. I've had this sample for a long, long time, and it's about time that I get it used up and out of my inventory. So that is my 11th item, kind of like an unofficial item, but just a good little reminder for me to keep working through those samples throughout the year. And this one today is weighing 18.24 grams. So that is all for my rolling project pan update. Even though we have a few items rolling in, I do have a lot of new items to start this new year with, and I'm really excited to continue this panning journey into 2024, to continue to really make use of my products that I have in my collection and really resist buying any new items that I definitely don't need and just use and enjoy what I have. So thank you so much for being here. I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to give it a quick thumbs up before you leave. Leave a comment down below. What's your New Year's resolution? I would love to hear what you have planned for the new year. Maybe that will inspire me to kind of add some more to my resolutions. I already have a lot of resolutions. I'll talk about my resolutions in another video if you're curious what those are. But I hope you are happy and healthy in the new year. I hope that this new year brings lots of wealth and joy and fulfillment into your life. I hope you're doing really well wherever you are in the world, and I cannot wait to see you in my next video. Until then, bye.